Hi, this is Lou Coutinho, and you're watching me on Grazia. That habit would be consistency. In a world of complication, in a world where we're all actually busy and life is tough, life is a struggle, it's also beautiful. But consistency works very, very powerfully. You take one little thing that you want to change, one aspect. It could be a 10-minute walk. Be consistent with it. Then make it 20 minutes. Then make it 30 minutes. Now it's a lifestyle. With every aspect of your relationships, your health, your career, your business, consistency is a very, very powerful habit. I think that would be the addiction to sugar. Now, I'll give you an example. It could be sugar and junk food. I'm not really addicted to it, but once I start eating it, my brain craves more and more. And then it's really difficult to break that craving because it's really not a craving that we think we're in control of. It's a chemical thing. It involves your dopamine, your serotonin, and as we know, sugar is made to be addictive. So I think a habit to break that I would find difficult, or I found difficult, was breaking up this continuous, eating of junk food and sugar. There are 5 fundamentals of holistic lifestyle, and they're not my fundamentals. It's how the human body works. It is what the fundamentals are based on when it comes to integrative medicine, functional medicine, anatomy, and anything to do with holistic medicine. It is nutrition at a cellular level. So when we talk about that, we're not talking about fad diets. We're talking about every individual is unique with unique requirements. So nutrition at a cellular level, adequate movement and exercise. That's the second pillar. The third is quality sleep, one of the most important pillars. The fourth is your emotional wellness. In fact, at the top of the paradigm, I would actually put sleep and emotional wellness. The fifth is the human spirit. What does that mean? Happiness, fulfillment, learning to be satisfied with what we have. Because if this is wrong, you choose the wrong nutrition. You choose to be sedentary. So it all starts from what's happening in the mind and what's happening in the heart. And these are the 5 pillars of holistic medicine. My whole concept and philosophy over the last 9 years has never been to preach to people what to do. And I have 2 reasons for that. People already know what to do. Number 2, there's enough of information out there. The goal of our book is to empower people to think differently. The book is based on science, knowledge, experience, and life. As you read it, empower yourself with what you read and decide that, hey, I need this. Let me start doing this. Oh, I'm already doing this. Great job. Oh, I've not thought about this way. Perception is everything, and that's exactly what we want our book to do, to empower people to think differently and move to action. Because there are too many people just consuming content, but not putting it into action. And that's what the book is all about. Absolutely. Sleep is very easy. In fact, there is no such thing as insomnia. It is a word, there's no doubt, but people say, oh, I don't sleep at all. It's not possible. Even if you slept for 1 hour, it means you have the possibility to sleep. Now you need to add the hygiene. So how do we build great sleep hygiene? At least Monday to Friday, try to sleep at the same time every day and wake up at the same time. I'm here to be practical. You have a weekend, you want to enjoy yourself, party, do what you want, but at least Monday to Friday, get that circadian rhythm right. Number 2, keep your room as dark as possible, because darkness stimulates the production of melatonin that helps us sleep better and is also very powerful for the immune system. Number 3, I know this is not impossible because a lot of people are doing it. Gadgets off, screens off, at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes before bed. Use that time to do so many other things, because that blue light is dangerous for your melatonin. So these are 3 things that we can do. Number 4, no late night meals. You want to try to keep a gap of at least 2.5 to 3 hours between your last meal and your bedtime. And should you have to eat right before sleep, let it be protein and let it be fat, no carbohydrates, because that's going to disturb the depth of your sleep, the quality of your sleep. So number 1, we'll go to the 5th pillar of what I said, the spirit. If you're living your authentic self, that is your first journey towards improving your mental health. But if you're living someone else's life, trying to be someone, comparing yourself, you can never really reach the step of actual recovery. Yeah, you can be a patient of taking medication to feel better. You could be doing things and art and music and all of that stuff. But your inner spirit is craving for you to be you. Healing can only happen Transformation can only happen when you decide to be your authentic self, not worry about FOMO, not worry about fitting in. The right people will stay, the wrong people should move out of your life. That's the first step. Number two, okay, there's a lot of awareness around mental health. That's a pro and a con, because it's also given a lot of people the power to use mental health as a reason not to improve. It's like, oh, someone broke up with me, I'm depressed. No, you're not depressed. You have a depressing event going on in your life. Be careful before you label the subconscious mind. Of course, mental health is real to the extent where people have an imbalance of hormones or neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. You need medication. But a lot of people want to outsource their mental health to other people, but never do the work. You can take therapy, you can take meds, but you have to do the work, which means sometimes you got to accept certain things about you that you need to change. But today, a lot of therapy has also gone into keeping people in the vicious cycle. That, oh, talk more about your problem, talk more about your problem. Now, where's the action? Where's the change happening? You know, you need people to tell you that, yes, we're here to help you. We understand your problem, speak about it. But what responsibility are you willing to take? So a lot of people get stuck into blaming their failures on, oh, I had a bad childhood. Okay, it could have contributed to who you are, but now you also have the ability to change. You're an adult. You are responsible for change. So mental health is also becoming blown out into a fad business model. While it's needed, we have to be very, very careful to see the part that we're taking. So if there's someone who's not putting that responsibility back on you, as well as giving you all the help you need, you're with the wrong person. You're in the wrong therapy. Therapy is supposed to be used as a crutch and a stepping stone for us to move to action, to get us out of the vicious cycle. So it's very, very important to watch the words that we use when we talk, because our subconscious mind is the line between depression and happiness. It is the line between sadness and fulfillment. So we need to understand that's within us. So mental health, fantastic, great platforms, but you need to choose your path very, very carefully. People think clean eating is only salads. People think clean eating is only like health food or vegan food and stuff like that. No, clean eating, you can enjoy food in different ways. You can enjoy food cooked with the right ingredients, with the right amount of oil, in the right place. Overeating. You know, people have clean food and they say, oh, because it's healthy, I'll have bowls of salad. But the human body doesn't know what to do with excess food, even if it's a salad. So clean eating is a very, very vast term. It doesn't have to be extremely healthy. Today, there are great chefs making, fantastically tasty food the healthy way. So clean eating is also about giving your body what it needs, not what Google tells you, not what Instagram tells you. All the information that we give is not what we think is right for you. It's what the human body requires. So it's very important that clean eating, number one, is according to what my body needs. Now, what does my body need? It needs carbohydrates for energy, quality carbs at the right time, right quantity, right place. It needs protein, it needs good fats, it needs vitamins, minerals. So when you go on fad diets that cut out all these food groups, you may lose weight, but you see people's skin changing, they look older, they lose water weight, they lose muscle, but they don't actually lose body fat. But with clean eating, you adapt lifestyle with it. So you can handle disease with clean eating along with the right lifestyles. You can lose body fat with clean eating and the right lifestyle without making the person feel deprived. Because psychological deprivation is actually worse. It's worse in a huge way than most lifestyle diseases, because that starts in the head and leads to multiple problems. And number one, get a copy of our book, Small Wins, because that's exactly what it teaches you. From day one, take the smallest, simplest thing. Kidding, you can get the book, but over and above that, number one, decide. When the human mind decides, everything else after that is fantastic. But if you're still, I want to get healthy, but maybe I'll wait until the 1st of Jan. Once the human mind decides what it wants to do, then you put the first action point. Don't try to do everything. That's what the book talks about. We spoke about 5 fundamentals. Introspect, which is the fundamental, you would know it right now. Oh, I need to improve in sleep. Or I need to improve in nutrition. Now break that down. Where are you going wrong? First know, where am I going wrong with sleep? And now put the first action point. Do that for a week. You'll be ready for the second. And like that, you start building your own lifestyle plan. You really don't need a doctor for that. You don't need a nutritionist for that. Unless, of course, you have a disease or sick or you need help. It really starts with the human mind deciding and then breaking it down, because you know what the 5 pillars are, and then you know where you're going wrong. Every human knows right now why they have a bad relationship, why they have excessive weight, or they're skinny, or they're sick. Everyone knows, except maybe 4% of the diseases or 6 which are genetic in nature and it just happens. But when we know, it brings us to the next valid question. Why don't we do what we know we should do? Because we're not living our authentic self. We're not aligned with our authentic self. So now we start comparing ourselves with people, trying to copy what other people are doing, and we operate from the shallow part of our mind, which is, oh, she ate this, she looks great. If I eat this, I'll look great. Forgetting that we're bio-individual. And that's where lifestyle comes. It's very unique. It's called precision medicine in medicine. It's called precision nutrition in nutrition. And it's called precision lifestyle medicine as lifestyle medicine, because every human is different. Some of you will be carb efficient in the morning. Some of you will be carb efficient at night. So you can't put yourself into a box and say carbs are bad. There are some people who metabolize it beautifully. You can't say I'm doing a 16-8 fasting. Why not 15? Why not 15 and a half? Why not 16 and a half? Don't put yourself into a box. You will figure out when you start to fast that, hey, my body's threshold is about 14 hours or 18 hours. Now select that. That becomes the model that works for you, not the model that the world is trying to throw on you. That's a box. And the problem in society is most people today are in a box, looking at the world from a box. You need to come out of that box, empower yourself with knowledge, science, experience, and then start to make decisions based on your authentic self.